So welcome back to another episode, and don't worry, we're getting the hell out of here today. I'm going to grab my trusty skateboard, and I'm going to head back to my old neighborhood where I grew up at, and check out some places that I used to game at as a kid. It should be quite fun, so let's get going. So I'm back where I grew up. This is my old neighborhood. Behind me is my old house, and I tell you, coming here, it's so intoxicating. Some of the memories that I've had here, beating Super Mario Brothers for the very first time here, you know, Grandia, Final Fantasy VII, all the PS1 RPGs, playing Wild Arms. I got so many memories here. Me and Rob spent so much time here. He used to come down here every day. We'd hang out for hours and hours on end and have some really great times playing video games, and it's nearly 20 years since I lived here, and it's just, as I say, it's intoxicating to come back. It's just, the memories just flood back into me. It's crazy. And down the street, there's a few more memories, like the very first place I played Zelda at, and the original Mario Brothers. So it's a very, very loud neighborhood. Everybody is mowing their lawns. It's absolutely hilarious, but behind me is my friend Andrew's place, and he hasn't lived here for 20 plus years as well. So many memories coming over here. I used to walk to school with him every morning, and this is the first place I played Phantasy Star 2 at, Final Fantasy 2, which is crazy. Link to the Past, I knocked on his door and he wasn't answering for the day. I'm like, where the hell is he? I know he's at home. And he was skipping to school playing Link to the Past. He eventually let me in. I went down to the basement and checked it out, and I was like, oh my God. And I didn't go to school either that day. I went back to my parents and said, yeah, there's no school today and my classes got canceled. Can we go get Link to the Past? Which they did. They were so nice. But yeah, so there's that house there, and next to them is my old friend, the Catos, and that's the first place I played Phantasy Star at. This is the legendary basement. I've been here before, but the audio was so bad that you couldn't really hear it. So I really want to come back all these years later. And it's funny, this entire neighborhood used to be just full of kids that I used to, that I grew up with, and nobody's here anymore. Everybody's moved on. But coming back here, it's just so nostalgic to remember some of these times and remember all of the fun times I had when I was a kid. It's legendary. Thursday morning, everybody is mowing their lawns. It's the loudest neighborhood. I can't believe it. I thought of all times it'd be super quiet, but it's not. So over here is my friend Neil's house. He no longer lives here. He hasn't probably lived here for about 15 to 20 years now. But that's the first place I played Ninja Gaiden and Bionic Commando at, and he's a guy who was so good at Shinobi in the local 7-Eleven up here, and he could beat it on 1/4. So yeah, a lot of nostalgic memories at Neil's place. Okay, this is legendary. I'm at my friend Swagger's old house, and again, he moved out of here a long, long time ago. But this is the very first place I played Govelius and Wonder Boy in Monsterland. This is the place where I had all those goddamn noodles. So here's my old arcade days. There used to be a bench here, and I would sit here every single day and smoke cigarettes, and across the road here was the local arcade, and every kid in the neighborhood used to come here and hang out, and it was like Mos Eisley. It was the worst place of scum and villainy in the entire universe, let me tell you. This is the very first place I played Street Fighter 2 at. I remember I came when the arcade just opened. I walked in and I couldn't believe there was a Street Fighter 2 machine. I'd seen it elsewhere, but I'd never played it. And I played it and I was addicted, and I came up here every single day with my lunch money, $3, and I would go across the road and I'd put my quarters in and play it every single day. I was here for years and years. It was a crazy thing back about how much time I spent here, and yeah, me and my friends all came here. A lot of people, even, funny thing is about this place is Rob wouldn't even come here back then. And I wasn't hanging out with Rob back then because it was such a scary place to come. The arcade was so bad, in fact, that this entire mall had it kicked out. And this arcade hasn't been around for 20 plus years, obviously, but everybody got so pissed off. All that was here was gangs of kids. And so they all got together and they voted the place out. It was crazy that happened, but so that's what happened to the arcade. So it's really weird. The arcade now, from the looks of it, has turned into a math reading place where kids can go and learn to read, and that's a fantastic thing. I can tell you this much: the amount of school that I skipped coming here, playing video games, I need to go there now. So I had to stop and get this shot here. This right here is one of the 7-Elevens that I played arcade games in all those years ago. I made a video about that about a month or so ago. And it's so funny, this is where I played Hippodrome, Shinobi, so many memories, even Golden Axe was here. And this is where my friend Schneal was able to finish Shinobi on 1/4. So it's a very, very busy road here, but right behind me, I guess it's a dental group now, was the Blockbuster Video where me and Rob rented all of our video games from. The N64, I remember walking up in the snow to get Wave Race back in the day, and obviously all the Blockbuster Videos are long gone now. Oh my god, that was tiring. But it was so intense. I can't tell you the feeling. It was overwhelming to go back to a place that you kind of grew up with, and you had so many memories. You guys know what that's like. I'm sure that you've been to so many of your friends' places when you were kids. You're growing up, and certain places have some kind of magic for you. Maybe the first place you played Super Mario Brothers at, or Zelda. Please leave a comment below. Let me know where some of the places that you played video games when you were growing up, some treasured memories, because I tell you, I had some treasured memories today. It was quite nostalgic for me to go back to some of those crazy places. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Until next time.